All right, I think I'm live. All right, let's see. Get a sharing link. Let's see here. Just got a tweet about it, but I gotta find the link. Which, of course, I can't find. There it is. All right. All right. If anyone has any questions, let me know. We are looking at NTNX and this W day over here. These are the two that had decent run-ups Friday. The two that I'm looking to play. Each has pretty clear support, 240 here and 27,850 here. So we'll look for these to dip right at the open and buy some shares. Give me one sec, guys. All right. TNX. And we got W day as well. Alright, so it looks like the W day is definitely going to open red, it looks like. Which is good. Hopefully it comes down and tests this key support here from the day before, which is about 240, it looks like it held. So we'll look for it to dip at least to there, if not below that, come back up, maybe even retest the 240 and hold and then go red-green, but I'm not sure on that one yet. I'm more interested in this NTNX. It was the better setup of the two, in my opinion. Nice big upswing here after market hours. Pre-market it faded and then came right back. So this one's going to be stronger, I think. More momentum, good volume going on it. Not that there's anything wrong with this, it's still good volume, but you can see the difference. There was no volume in this one, now there's a ton. There was still volume here, and there's double the volume probably here, but I like this one better personally. Now let's see, I'm not real familiar with this YouTube streaming, so if I miss your comments, bear with me. I will get to them. But feel free to chat, and I'll answer whatever questions you guys might have. For now, we just gotta wait, basically, and hopefully this goes a little more red. I don't want it to go too red. I'd rather it open, kind of go up, fail, and run back down, and then that's when we make our move. Excuse me. What I am going to do is tee up some orders, though, so that they're ready to go, so I don't have to fumble with that later. It's just easier knowing about what the price range is going to be, so I know how many shares I have to work with and how I want to kind of play this. So I'm just going to calculate it out real quick. So that's that one. So that's that. All right, we're also looking to sell out of Kirk as soon as they open. I have a feeling this is gonna sell off. I was tempted to take some right here a little bit ago. I did not. So I'll look for the spike in that, and I'll probably take that off as soon as the open happens. Same with this SLV. If this starts to break out pretty good, I'll sell some of that too, because we're long that as well. Let's see. I need a third monitor. Alright, we got some questions. Can the red to green only work the following day of the peg? No. Red to green happens all the time. Pegs are more prominent for it to mean something. The second day is just something that I found that works. Yeah, more monitors does always work. I already have 2, but obviously that's not enough. It does work on other days, but the second day I find, and I don't know why it works, but for some reason the second day it's always like people are taking their profits. It kind of works here too. So I call this the first day, even though if it's an aftermarket earnings that goes up, right, and you get this sell off in the morning because people are taking their profits, and that's kind of what's going to happen here too, and it's already happening. But people start taking their profits, and that's why we get the dip. So I almost like to play this one too, and this would have been a great one because, as you can see, this is still, it opens green, obviously, because your close is down here at 2150. So this opened green. So this isn't a red to green move necessarily, but this is a dip buy where it goes down good from where pre-market was to there is about what, $1 a share. It dipped because people are taking profits. So you can go along that and treat it just like a red green move, because if you look here, breaking this high in pre-market acted as kind of a breakout as well. So you can play this multiple ways. If I had saw this, I would have played this. I did not. I don't know if there was a big dip. There was a little dip here on W day, but there wasn't nothing crazy. I don't like this one as much personally. Like I said, the volume's not there. I mean, it's there, but it's, you know, what's funny is 9 times out of 10 the ones I don't play are the ones that actually make the move, and I should have played it. So I will keep it on the radar here. I got it on the side along with some other stocks. I do have other stocks up on my screen that you guys can't see. I figured this was enough for the purposes of what we're doing, and we can go from there. I wish I could bring the chat to a different screen. Hold on a second. Or make it smaller. Let's try that. Let's see what else is going on today. So looks like the market's gonna open, or SPY is gonna be red right now. Pre-market. Some positions that I have that you may not know of. Everything that's on the screen right now, with the exception of Spot, WDay, and the new and NTNX, I have positions in. So Calyx, ATVI, Kirk, JMI, SLV, and CRM. I have positions in all those, as well as Facebook, CWH, Docu, AMD, Apps, and Target. I had bought. I'm waiting for Target to break out. Target looks really good. Let's see if I can bring up the chart for you guys. Target. Let me change this to. There we go. So Target, if you look, it's got this nice flag going. I'll try to kind of show you where I see it. So we can draw lines like this. I mean, in theory, actually, that's not a bad line. You kind of want to go like that. You want to see this probably 154, I think, is where the area is. Once it breaks that, it should go higher. 155 is a big break on that one. Let's see. We're already spiking up a little bit on this NTNX, but I think that's just. I have to bring this up. I have so what you guys can't see on my screen, and the reason you can't see it. I'll take a look at Snap in 1 second, Sean. NTNX. I have the bids and asks on my left side of my screen, and all the transactions going through, so I can see the tape basically. But in that, it shows my account size and all that, so in the same screen. So I can't really share that with you guys, unfortunately. If I find a way to do that, I will. But for now, just know I do have that up, so I can see, what's going on that side. Sean mentioned Snap. Let's take a look at it. So we're up pre-market, 20-30 cents. Should it break out? Yeah, it broke out. Yeah, Snap does look good. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, a little bit more. I would say 2250-ish is your breakout number on that one. Which is it already above that? No. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, that one looks like it might run today. I would look for it to get back to 2560 at the least. I like to look at it on this too. I don't know why it's cleaner chart. Yeah, I mean it's gonna make a run back up. It's consolidated really well. It did break down here a little bit for some reason. Something must have happened there. I don't know what, but you could tell it's low volume, so it's not that big of a deal, and it's coming back. So you got a cross coming in here at that. What is that? The 50 MA. Once it crosses that, it should keep going. Short interest on this one. It's only 8. What day was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why it was down that day. Alright. Alright, let's get back to our TNX. Let's pull up the comments again. What platform is that? This is Fidelity Active Trader Pro. Alright, let's take a look at some of these. Alright, I gotta do this quick, guys, because we're about close to the open here. Let's see, CSIG. Interesting. CSIG is not coming up. I don't know what that ticker is. NUGT, I do like. I like this one a lot, actually. Gold's kind of breaking out. I saw this the other day. I traded this. I actually called a short on this, and you guys are gonna laugh, but at 200 on the dot up here, and in 2 weeks it was $20 stock. It was a 90% drop in 2 weeks back in March. And of course, I didn't play it, but I did call that. That's pretty cool. Let's see, CSIQ. Oh, it's Q. Okay. Yeah, it's breaking. Oh, that's a big candle. Is that earnings? Earnings for the 10th. Or, why did it pop? What? Oh, they did have news. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big news player. I would have preferred this to be earnings. This would have been sweet if that was earnings. But the chart looks good. I mean, it could continue. ADB, last one, and then I gotta switch back over, guys. Very nice chart here. Consolidating, really great here. Let me chart this one because this one looks good actually. ADB. So if you take a look, this is forming a very tight pattern here that we usually like that, and that's gonna have a big day. I'm gonna put that on my radar actually. Thanks for whoever mentioned that. I'm taking spot off for now. Oops, I can't type today. ADBE. All right, I'll watch that because if that goes red green also, I think the market's gonna go red today and then go green. I think the splits is gonna have a lot to do with that. Tesla and Apple. Both of them are split today, and I think they're going to open red. People are going to sell, and then we're going to get a green cross later. So let's keep an eye on that as well. We got 3 minutes to the open. 20% short is nice. I missed that. All right, so a couple ways this plays out. So the way I like to play it, and as most of you know, I'm a big fan of Stewie, and this is where I learned everything on this from. So if you're not subscribed to him, please do. He's, you know, a great teacher at the very least, and the alerts are a bonus, if you will. But this will either... I have a feeling this is going to dip pretty good, this NTNX. WDay is already down at 240. We're watching that one too for support. 240 is the support level on that one, but I have a feeling it will break that, and I will play that one if it shows a higher low. This NTNX may not get to the point where it shows a higher low. This may just dip and then bounce real hard, real quick. So that's why I'm gonna play him a little different today. But ideally, what Stewie does, he waits for the actual red-green move, which is the safe bet to do. You wait for it to make the move, red-green, and then you go ahead and go long. Me, personally, I don't wait. It's good and bad. It's good because you're obviously going to make more money when it does go red-green. It's bad because you don't know if it's the bottom. But I'll show you how I do it so that you don't need to know the bottom. You're not taking a full position out the gate. That's the key. So you're basically, every dip there is, you're going to add to your position. So that's why I calculate this out every morning. And I know, okay, my max size position is going to be this. Well, I'm going to start with a quarter size position, add another quarter, and hopefully that's enough and we can go. If for some reason it's not, then we have to readjust. But and that's why I start playing catch up. But we'll see what happens here. We're open now. It's already kind of bouncing here, so we wait a second. See what happens. Not much going on yet. Here comes some selling, some buying. And this may just go. Like I said, there may be no dip here, so we're watching it closely. I think the dip is coming here, though. WDay didn't dip yet. So we're still watching that. Kirk hasn't done much. Like I said, I wasn't going to sell that into a spike. I haven't gotten it yet. All right, here comes W Day into the red. I want to see this down more, but it may not, like I said. NTNX, if we're going to get a dip, it's going to come right here, but I don't know if we will. But that's okay. If it goes red green, we go long too. So I adjust and I do a full, a half size position if it goes red green. W Day is holding so far. All right, Kirk is perking up here. I'm up pretty decently on that position, so I'm up like 11% at the moment. All right, here comes the dip. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. And remember what I said, the support here is this 2750, so we're almost there already. So I want to see if it breaks, personally. It may not. So I could have added right there. I did not, just because, like I said, I want to see it test that number, just to be safe. W Day looks like it's gonna dip a little bit here. CRM's going nuts. I don't know if you guys see that down here. Looks like AMD's going nuts. SE's going nuts. Apps is going nuts. They're all kind of spiking right now. All right, I'm going to take half my Kirk position off right here, just so you guys know. I just sold half of my Kirk for 10.6%, something like that. I'm going to line up my other position on Kirk. All right, so getting ready to go long on this NTNX. Looks like it's going to go here. So, all right, I'm long NTNX now for the red green. It hasn't done it yet. You can see that here. But I have room to add, guys. That's key here. Have room to add. Because, like I said, this could still dip a bunch. So I tee up another position. I have a sell already teed up. But if I need to add, I can. So I'm watching it still. How much did I buy? I don't even know. Okay, I'm good. All right. Why is it not in my positions? What did I do? All right, there it goes. There goes the red green. Now what we're looking for is it to break this 20. This looks like there's a wall at 2850. Hit it here. Hit it here. Hit it here, hit it here. Looks like it might have broke through here. That might be a misprint though. But 2850 is key now. Once it's through that, then we're good. And I'll start to lock in a little bit of profits there. Let's see. Where are we at? Where is my position at? I can't see it in my actual... It's not showing in my account for some reason. I know I did buy it though, so... I'm in at 27.98. Sorry guys, I can't see comments right now. Hold on. Snap's going. I took Snap off. I'll throw Snap back on here. Snap is going. Yeah, I kind of figured that would spike nicely today. See, I've had trouble with Snap in the past, so I'm not going to play it. JMIA, that's going down. I'm down on that position right now. What else we got? It's working and not working. So this is interesting. So NTNX actually just went back red. It's just okay. It's not ideal. Obviously, we would like to see this keep going, but just watch here for a second, because if it breaks like 27.85, I might be a little concerned that we need to exit because it's a broken day trade. But right now we're good. W Day not doing anything, which is kind of what I figured. So what I'm going to look for in this one now is for this to break above this 242, right? Consolidate, dip back down, and make a higher low than what this low is right here, which is 22. 240.33. So as long as the next spike above dip, if that makes sense, is above that number, then I'll go long on that. JMIA, I'm going to lose money on. I already see it. It's down 4%. I only have a half position on that. That was a speculative trade. I'm not liking it right now. I'm going to let it ride for a little bit because I don't like to sell on sell-offs like that. But we'll see. Oh, there's the position. Why is that not showing up? Oh, there it is. Okay. It's because I'm down on it. Alright, so it's dipping. Yeah. This may be a failed red-green move, guys. Just so you know. I'm still going to give it a little time. I don't put hard stops in because, like I said, I still have room to add here. Like, if I wanted to, I could. But I don't... So far, I don't like the movement. But we'll see what happens. W-Day did break above that number. Let's see if it dips back down and holds for a little bit. I may consider buying that. Kirk selling off hard over here. Kind of figured that was going to happen. Good thing I locked in some profits. Still up 9% on it. I'm going to let it ride. Let's see. So one thing I do a lot on these trades, and I don't want other people to do, is go too big on size. So if you find yourself going like this and going, oh crap, I need to sell this, as soon as this little spike down happens or this drop off happens, then you're in too big. So reduce your size. That's the best way to fix that. There's no problem with going with a smaller size until you understand the trades. This is starting to look real good now. I'm liking this one a lot more all of a sudden. We got a break above that last high, so as long as it keeps going and we get the 28.50 break here, I will be very happy with this trade. So let's keep watching it. Currently we are like up 1%, I think. I usually target 1 to 5% on these trades because they happen fast. This one's kind of slow, to be honest. I've seen faster ones. This also can do two things. This will either spike and then fail after the first hour and just kind of fade, or this will continue all day. I find that to be a 50-50 shot. It just depends on what's going on. Alright, one I was watching that I missed today is NKLA. Big fan of that stock and what it's been doing, and I made money on it on Friday. I meant to watch it for the red-green move today. It did make that, and it's actually up pretty good right now. It's only 2%, but it's still up. All right, we might get the 28.50 test here. Looks like there's a small wall there, 5,000 shares or so. So I'm watching that right now. Let's see if there's any comments. Nope, I don't see any. Alright guys, any questions, comments? We're just waiting for this to make a bigger move here. Like I said, we're up about 1% on it, a little bit more than that. This W-Day looks good now. You could possibly go long here for a red-green move. I'm waiting on it. I'm gonna probably take a position in it, but I may wait for the actual move. But you could go long there. 241, 242 we're at. So we'll go with that. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going half size position on W-Day. I am now long W-Day, half size, with half. I'll go the other half on the red green. Alright, NTNX, here we go. Here comes the test and breakthrough. There it is. Beautiful. That's a nice move right there. Alright, so we're up 2% on that trade right now. I'm going to see if it can go a little bit more, and then I'll start selling. I got a sell order teed up here for half my shares. I'm going to let half ride. I'm not going to sell it just yet. I'm going to wait a second here. It looks like there's a small wall at 60 that just broke. Oh, it didn't break. Yeah, it did. So we're good there. This may go pretty decently here. The next stop would be, if this is a real tick, excuse me, would be the high, which is 28.85. So see what happens. All right, W day is taking off here, possibly for the red green move. Now, one thing that helps here is the market is kind of bouncing. The market's about to go, SPY is about to go red green, so that's helping us. Don't get me wrong, but I find that these have kind of a mind of their own, regardless. So take that with a grain of salt. That's actually causing these to go up right now. It does help, but like I said, these pegs have a mind of their own when it comes to red green. So I've seen market tanking and something go red green. Here goes W day. That might actually go sooner than I thought. I'll look for maybe a 243.50 hit, and then a pullback to 242 maybe. Test, something like that. I don't know. That may be a little low, but we'll see if that one can do it. NTNX selling off here. As long as it doesn't go back red, I'm holding this. So you just got to be kind of patient with it. Looks like we got some pretty big moves in a lot of stocks today, which is interesting. It's target price now on NTNX. Target price. If it breaks this 28.85, I'll probably, like I said, I'll take half off, and then I'll let the half ride. I don't really have a target price per se, because it's a day trade. So if I feel I made enough money on it, I'm going to sell it, to be honest. I don't get greedy. I kind of go, look at W day. Boom. Nice red green move right there, guys. I said I was going to add on this one. I want to see what happens here, 'cause that's a big spike. If it can hold above that, then maybe I'll add. But I'm content with having a half position on that one and a full position on NTNX, which is not really a full position, but so everything's working out right now. This is nice. Let's see here. We're up 2.5% just about on NTNX. I would like for it to go a little bit more here, but it may not. Let's see. Like I said, I'll probably take half off here shortly. So W day gets a pullback here. I may go long again. I'd like to see it pull back and then consolidate a little bit. Okay, here we go. So 28.80 is coming up. NTNX. I am selling half right now. So I just locked in NTNX for just under 3% on half of it. Now I'm going to let the other half go. Because if I make 3% in 13 minutes of the market, that's pretty damn good in my book. But like I said, that was only half the position I sold. So I'm hoping it goes further. We'll see what happens. W day coming back like I thought. 243.50 would be a nice consolidation area for that for now. We'll see what happens. Hopefully you guys are taking some of these trades and making some money on them. They work, I promise. Not always, but they do work when they work. I know it sounds stupid, but they work more often than not. Let's put it that way. So Kirk I'm liking Kirk action here. It's another one I'm watching. All right, W day. No consolidation really, but taking off again. So hey, whatever. Just let it go. I'm gonna let it go. We're up just about 1% now on that one as well. Like I said, I could have gone long earlier on that one, but I wanted to see what happened. These higher price stocks tend to be a little more wonky. This looks like it needs to be 248.75 area, 248. So we got about $4 before it gets actually to a breakout area, which is fine. So it could just go up like this was here. Just keep going. We'll see what happens. Any more questions, guys? I haven't posted on Twitter yet. Move that out of your way. All right, so we're getting a pullback in NTNX finally, which is good, but it's not. You can see it's getting bought back up already. That's good action. That's bullish, man. I like it. I like that we're long this, and I'll sit on it for a bit. ADBE, watch this one. So we got a low here right out the gate, and it came tested red green, came back down. If this holds here, this 512 area. 511. I may go long. If it gets above this 514, I'm going to long it for the red-green move. All right, sorry, I'm just responding to some comments. Red, WKH. Yeah, so WKHS, I'm going to take CRM off for now. WKHS, I was long this already. I made money on it. I sold it, blah, blah, blah. I was hoping to get long this week, but the news came out pre-market and there's no trade there for me. So I'll wait for it to set up again. I did like this chart though, coming in off that sell-off, but it's not doing it. Rad on the 200. Rad does look good. I saw that this weekend. There's WDay going nuts. NTNX coming back here. Rad, I do like. Look for this. All right, so this one. Let's take a look at Rad. This is another one of my favorite plays. Thanks for bringing that one to my attention again. Let's pull this over so you guys can see this. So if you look at Rad, you'll see it's kind of fading off. Well, it's been holding right here. And what I was looking for today, well, not today, just in general, is, let's pull it up on this chart. I may miss a trade doing this, but it's okay. So what we'll look for today is for this to come back down to this level, whatever this low was here. We'll take a look at that in a second. But come back to here, test this area, and then bounce. And then what we want is to see like a hammer candle like this one right here. If we get a hammer candle like that, oh, that's so bullish right there, because it bounced and then came back or tested, failed, and it came back and held. And that would be an extremely bullish long-term position for Rad. So let's see if it sells off here. That number we were looking at earlier is 1323, I think. So if we get, yeah, so we're almost there. I'm not going to go long it right off the bat. You could to make the most money, but I don't recommend it. I say you wait on that one. Hold on a second. I'm looking at some positions here. Oh crap, what just happened to my positions? So sometimes if I was playing this really bullishly, this NTNX, which you could add here. I would add here and then use, then you start micromanaging though, because you don't want to let it go down too much further than this. But you could add here and go for another bounce, because I have a feeling this is going to go back up in a minute. WDay isn't making a nice move here. Like I said, 248 is probably where it's going to get to. I'll look to sell at that point. We are up 1.6% on that one right now. Rad, here we go. Rad just broke that 23. So look for a flush of some kind. So I'm thinking 13. Whole numbers are big for flushes. If it gets to 13 and flushes and then finds a lower high, I'll play that all day. This Adobe. This breaks 514. It's a good long. I'm gonna get it. Hold on a second. I got too many plays going on here, guys. All right, Kirk, I'm gonna get out. I'm up 7% on the rest of that position. I don't like the action. It could be fine for a bounce here off the red green. But I'm going to take my 7% that I have on it, or actually it's 6% now. Actually, I already made money on it. I'm going to wait. ADBE. I'm watching this ADBE right now. Rad is going to come into play later in the day, I think. Let's see what... ADBE might not be a day trade, though. That might be a swing. I don't know though. We'll see. It needs to go red-green for it to even have a chance at being a good play, in my opinion. All right, so as I expected, this started to bounce. This will pull back probably. I wouldn't be surprised if it may even test red-green again, which is fine if it does, because it's not that far. It's not only up 0.75 from red-green. We'll see what happens on W day. I think this one's going to grind all day up, which would be nice. JMIA just sucks. I'm glad I'm only in half position. I'm down. Oh gosh, what am I down? 5% on that one. But like I said, I'm in half position, so not worried about it. I'll add or something at some point because this is a bounce play. Oh, sorry. What's the comments? Any comments? Nope, no new comments. All right. Let's take a look at Twitter while we're sitting here and see if there's anything going on. A lot of ideas come from Twitter, guys. What's Apps doing? Apps is just fading. That's terrible. Apps was up a ton earlier. I expect that one to go. I'm surprised. Target looks like it's going to break out here, guys. Today might be the day on this. I'm not 100%. I've been saying Target's going to break out here for a while. So, but this looks bullish to me. If you take a look at the chart, it's been fading down. So what you kind of look for is it did go red. It came back green. It was quick though. So it's not really a real red-green move. But it based here the last 2 days. So I'm thinking it's on its way up. Confirmation would be if it breaks this 154-ish, 155-ish area, I think. That would be big for that. So let's see what happens on that one. All right, NTNX. So when you start seeing a lower high like this, you could, in theory, sell out of it at that point. What is that right now? It's at 1.5%, which isn't terrible. We already made 3% on half the position. So I'm happy with that. That's nice gains. So with that said, I might let this just ride for now, even though it just made that low. All right, so you could go long here on W day. It's going to reverse right now. If you take a look at this, it held red-green, so I like that move. We should be good on that one too. SLV is making moves today. I may look to take some of that off. I'm only up 4% on that one, so I'll hold that. Kirk bouncing back. AMD's kind of all over the place today, I feel like. UPS, let's take a look. Yeah, this one's going to come back to kill me. All right, let me take SLV off over here and put it over here. And let me pull up WKHS. Yeah, of course it is. Like I said, there was no play here, guys. I mean, realistically, you could have played this dip at the beginning, but this chart was setting up for a move regardless right here. I thought, and I was going to play this long coming in today if we got a red-green move, and it's kind of already gone. And like I said, I had better setups here with these two than watching this one. Yeah, this moved more, but these are more sure to me. These are trades I know work and I'm comfortable trading. This is, let's try to catch a falling knife here, because it didn't put in a lower high here. It just kind of bounced and said, okay, I'm going to town. You can't predict that. That's not a technical pattern you can predict in my book. So these are technical plays that happen repeatedly every time there's a peg. I mean, this is, yes, they fail, don't get me wrong, but these happen all the time. All right, and the other one was UPS, I think someone said. UPS, I think I looked at this one not too long ago. Let's take a look. Yeah. So UPS is looking good for a bullish trade. Let me pull up the chart here. UPS. So yeah, this is just a steady grinder. Kind of hard to play this. You know, if this goes red today, this is not a good. That would be a reversal, and I would actually say you could probably short it because it's going to come back down to probably 150 area. But if this closes higher, then yeah, you could play red green on this every day almost. It looks like. I don't know. No play for me personally. The play would have been here. Not even, because it didn't go red. There would have been no play for me on that one, personally. But it's a nice chart. Don't get me wrong. If you're already long, it's great. I would have loved to see this get over that on that spike. Let's see what happens though. This should consolidate hopefully a little bit. Maybe pull back just a tad and then reverse higher. Rad might be showing a bottom here. I would have liked to see a 13 real big dip, but we'll see what happens. Adobe's holding. As I said, that is breaking down. So no, this may be scratched for me for today. Let's see what happens. Oh, JMIA selling off more. I think I need to get out of that position. I'm now down 7% on that one. All right, I'm out of JMI. I lost 6.5% on that one, which is fine. Like I said, I was only a half position on that one. That was a risky trade. I made the money on Kirk. I made more than that. Since I had a full position in Kirk, I sold half of it for 10%, so technically I'm up. Or I should be up for the day. Let's take a look real quick. Today, all accounts. Oh, that's year to date. Today. Yeah, I'm still up. Between Kirk and NTNX that I already sold half of, I'm up pretty good. All right, both of these looking good now. So this W day, let's see if it breaks this here and continues higher. And then this one consolidating nicely. And that should break higher too. UPS going red now. This is what I was concerned with UPS. I bet you this starts to sell off pretty good. Just that candle, it did not look good. This spike, this is just like apps. It just did not look good. Shit. I have a conference call for work. Yes, I have a full-time job still, even though I do this. Let's see if I can cancel the meeting. All right, so watch this NTNX. This might start to... I was expecting that to keep going. I'm surprised this is selling right here. But nothing to panic about, obviously. We're still higher than this hammer candle that came in here. When I saw this hammer candle, that looked really good for going back up. Could be the market's pulling. I'm not really looking at it right now. They're still buying. I'm watching the tape. There's still people buying it. That's why I'm not too concerned. And we already made money, so what's the worst that's going to happen at this point? We break even on the second half? Okay, well, we already made 3% on the first half, so that's why I like to lock in profits on these pretty quick, because you never know, they could reverse back. Once you get that big move in, which this is a decent move here, and, you know, we got from 27.60 all the way up to 28.75, so over $1 a share. I'm hoping this doesn't just fade and then go back to red, but I'm going to let it play out. I think it's worth it for you guys to see how these work overall. How do I... Oh, that's cool. I didn't know what I could see on here. And apparently we have 19 people watching. That's pretty cool. Not a ton, but it's cool. I'm glad you guys are... I hope you guys are liking this. I appreciate any feedback you give, too. I'm not perfect at trading. There's no doubt about that. I don't claim to be. But I've been doing this a while. I'd like to think for myself. I've been doing it for a while. And this is a trade that works for me, that allows me to make some money consistently. And as you can see, WDA is not doing much right now. I have a feeling this might go back. I thought that was going to consolidate and go up 240, 450. Let's see if it holds that. All right, so if this breaks above 28.65 here, this will be fine. We'll be fine on that one. Here's UPS selling off more a little bit. RAD still hasn't bottomed, it looks like, so that's why we don't get in those. This ADB needs to break 514 for it to be even interesting. If it does do that, I'll look for the red green move on that one. What else are we looking at? M just went red green. Docus looks like it came back and tested lows and then reversed. AMD's at new highs for the day. We are long that one. Big breakout would be 87.50 area on that. It's at 86.50 right now, so we got another $1 if it makes that move. Apps is reversing finally. JMIA is reversing now that we sold it, of course. Kirk tested red green again. It looks like this is ugly when you look at it, but hopefully it reverses. This is the time where it either reverses or it goes red and it's killed. So Kirk, I'm going to probably get out of if it reverses and goes red, because I don't really want to lose money on that trade, and it'll set up again. Let's see, WKHS, yeah. All right, just making sure I'm not missing any comments, guys. I appreciate all the chatting. Ooh, nice move on NTNX. Let's see, once it broke that, I think we're good now. It should go. Testing red green here on W Day. This could be a failed move here if it breaks. I have a feeling. The good news is we're up, 0.9% on the trade already. See, this is like there's a happy medium here, and NTNX is going nuts now. Perfect. There's a happy medium here on W Day. It could go red or it could hold. If it goes red, that's bad. If it holds, that's very bullish. So it's two completely opposite things here. And I think it's going to hold. It looks like it's going to hold. I don't know for sure, but let's see what happens. NTNX, we're at about 3% on that trade right now, so I'm still going to hold. We already made the 3%. This would be a good time to sell if you haven't locked in anything yet. If you have a smaller amount that you've purchased, that you may be up $100 or $2 on, take the full profits here. There's no need to risk it possibly pulling back and you making a lot less. Smaller accounts, I would take profits quicker when you see the number that you like. All right, WDA just broke red, but it came right back up. It's interesting to say the least. My stop loss now on WDA, I've raised in my head mentally. Like I said, I don't put hard stops in. Basically, we're going to break even on WDA regardless. So 242.24 is where I entered. So 242 is about where I'm going to be on that one. NTNX just broke above pre-market highs, so this is really bullish now. Watch for this one to fill the gap now, back to 32.26 over the next couple days. I will hold my half position at this point. I may not even day trade it. I may swing it. We'll see what happens. I was only planning on being live for an hour today, guys. I will extend that if needed. Hold on a second. I gotta read a couple things for work. As I said, I still have a full-time job. All right, Daki's making some moves now. Snap. Snap took off pretty well this morning. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. If this... You can tell there's a wall here pre-market. Someone was holding this down, and then they broke through it here. If that 2260... I think it's 2250, actually. No, it's 2260. If that 2260 holds here, and then there's a lower high around 2280, you could go long that, for sure, for a day trade. Alright, Rad is trying to reverse here. We'll wait for the higher low on that one. I want it to be a hammer candle, like I mentioned. I'm going to pull back up WKHS because that was an interesting one. Like, it's still making higher. Great move. It's gonna break out really well, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if this back at 2250 this week. All right, NTNX making more moves here. It's good. We're now up almost 4% on that other half position. AMD's making moves. Kirk. Oh, frick. I gotta get out of Kirk. I forgot about it. Kirk just went red. I made my money on that stock, so I'm getting out now. So I'm out of Kirk for another 3.5% there. So I made like 10% on the first half and then 3.5% on the second half. So overall, I'm probably at like 7 or 8% total. Good time to sell more here, guys, if you wanted. I'm considering selling another half to leave me with a quarter position, but I'm going to wait for one more spike up. We got some good volume on this one, so it's good. W-Days looks like it's just going to fade here, guys, unfortunately. I'm going to, like I said, I'm giving it to the 242. I'm actually going to put a hard stop in on W-Day. I don't normally do that, but I have a lot going on and I can't watch it as much, and I only went a half position, so it wasn't that big. But 242.24 is my entry, so I'm gonna put my stop loss, stop limit, stop at 242. What was this? I want to be at the top half of this. I'm gonna put it at 242, and then I'll get out for a small loss. Not a big deal. So if 242 hits, I'm out on W-Day. So I got a stop limit on just to make sure I don't go red on that trade. Since we nailed NTNX, I'm okay with putting a hard stop in on that one. AMD is going nuts. NKLA going nuts. I wish I had traded that one this morning. SLV is continuing a little bit. What else we got going on? Calix is coming back. The gambling stocks, Penn is selling off a little bit here today. Penn is down 4%. Actually, Penn's been down. I would like to see Penn break 50 with a hammer candle tomorrow or something like that. For a long position, that would be ideal. Any more questions so far? NUGT looking bullish. NUGT does look bullish. I love NUGT. Let me see what I can take off the screen here. Hold on. I'll take Kirk off since we're done with that for now. NUGT, yeah, NUGT broke 100 today. It looks real good. I like this stock. I was looking at, like I was saying earlier today, I was looking at this. I think we're back to 125 on this one in no time. I would be hesitant to chase this right this second. Wait for a pullback if you do want to get long on NUGT. You always want to wait for a pullback, guys. It's not worth chasing. You lose money more than you make. But yeah, that NUGT is nice. Am I lagging at all to you guys? I just got a notification that my stream is like is low. The bit rate or something like that. EXPI, let's take a look. EXPI, yeah, what's the news on the EXPI? Or is that just a breakout? Jeez, what is this? What's the story behind the stock? Yeah, okay, thanks, Koala. Yeah, I have a pretty decent PC, but this is the first time I'm using YouTube, so it just came up with a warning that was like, "Hey, you your stream's slow" or something like that. And so, what's the deal with this EXPI? I don't even know I've never even heard of it. Real estate services, 7% short float. Huh. I don't know. That's a hell of a move, though. I don't see a play in it, but that's a hell of a move. Art. Let me see here. Let me get him the link. Trying to keep up with Twitter and everything else going on here. On the 1 minute chart, use VWAP. No. VWAP is a good indicator, but I do not use it on. It does work though. I have seen people use it, and it does work. So that was a question on Twitter, guys. Just so you know. I'm missing some. So usually, okay. So big thing to do on. All right. So I'm gonna take another half of my NTNX off here, guys. I just took another half, so I'm at a quarter position now on NTNX. So I just locked in another 4% on that. NTNX, and I'm gonna tee up my last sell order for 150 shares. 150. No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. I don't even know what I have left. Hold on a second. W day is reversing, so our stops so far are looking good. Well, hopefully that one gets a little bigger. Just closed yours entirely. Congrats. Hopefully you made a decent amount of money on it. Hopefully more than 3 or 4%. It should be about where we're at if you entered where I did. Yeah, Rad's trying. Let's see what it's looking like on the 5. Yeah. I'd give Rad a little more time. I want a good sell-off on this thing. And a good way to look at it... Oops, I didn't mean to open that. Sorry, guys. If we pull up... Rad on the daily chart. I like looking at a daily chart for Rad. Oops, go back. Update. Yeah, so this will be an awesome hammer candle. If we get I would love for it to test 13, but we may not get there. It may not get there. Sorry, I was looking at my trash guy. He didn't pick up the box next to my trash. Jerk. We have a giant box out there, and that it's just sitting in the street. Okay, go get it in a minute. What was I saying? Oh, on the daily chart. Sorry. Yeah, this hammer. I would love for this to get back to 1350. 13. Oh man, that would be nice. So you look for this to go like above 13.25, I would say. If we get above 13.25, you could go long, and hopefully, if you get a red-green move on this thing, I would be super bullish. But I don't think it's going to get there, and the reason I don't is because I think it's going to do this all day. It's going to go sideways. It may get a little higher, but it's going to fade back down. That's my thought process on that one. Someone said team. Let's take a look at team. Team about to go red-green. I don't know the extent of the chart, but whoa. That's an interesting chart. Team could be a good long. Hold on, I want to see something. That's interesting. It needs volume, guys. This scares me a little bit too. I wonder what that was from. Yeah, you could go long team here and see if it breaks higher. I would use a real tight stop loss, being like the low of the day, which isn't that tight. It's about $4. But I could see this pulling back to this 50-day MA. Just be careful on that team. I don't. It looks like there's a wall there. I don't know what's going on with that. Look at this. This super tight range. And then it sells off and then buys back right to that range. It's just kind of odd to me. Just be careful with that one. I do think you could go long, but just keep your stop loss close. TNDM. Let's take a look. Not much of a pullback. When I want to see a pullback, I want to see like this did. Boom, right to that 50 MA, and then consolidated, and then boom, reversed. So you use the MAs. Look, this MA has been a huge bouncing point for the stock. You can see it multiple times. So every time it hits the MA is a good time to go long. So next time this hits that MA, yeah, go long all day. But up here, I mean, even if I look at the intraday, team just broke over. But I think that 193 is the wall on that one, to be honest. What is it? TNDM. TNDM. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that does look bullish. Don't get me wrong. That's got, you got a dip, you got a higher low here. It hasn't really come down. I would like to see it come down a little more, but yeah, you got the idea. I mean, that does look kind of bullish. This could go red-green, yeah, no doubt about it. But overall, big picture, if I'm looking for a quick day trade, or a swing trade, or day trade that could turn into a swing trade, which happens a lot. So I'll have a position, and this is a good example actually. If I look at a chart and I see this, and this, say I was here and I saw this, bounce off this MA, I go, okay, well, I'm going to go long for the day trade, okay? And I'm going to go bigger size on that day trade so that I can keep some for a swing trade. So I'd sell half on that day, and I'd swing the rest, and then hopefully sell the rest up here somewhere. That's how I would play something like that. This is already at its top. Like if this was the first day on it, you could say, yeah, okay, I could go long and swing it, but I wouldn't swing it up here. That's just me personally. I'm not saying this doesn't take off and go higher. I mean, I don't know the trade well enough to talk to that. So, if that's something you play and you like, then go for it. I would play the day trade red-green move if it showed a lower high here. But that's about it. Let's take a look. Also, first one, all my questions on Twitter. Oh, no problem, man. I'm glad to help. I try to respond to everything. I do miss some stuff, don't get me wrong, but I try to respond to everything because you want to know what? I had tons of questions when I was starting out trading. Even today, I still have questions that I ask. I'll throw off of people because sometimes you get too attached or too close to a stock and you don't see big picture. You don't see, like I've had times. So I don't know if you guys know Zach, but Zach, who's I talk to a lot in DMs. NTNX is still going here, guys. I talk to him all the time, and I'll sit there and I'll tell him I'm doing something or blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, I made a loss on this, and he goes, he'll be like, hey, can I make a suggestion or something like that? And he's like, I think you're trading too much or something along those lines, and he's usually 9 times out of 10 he's right. And it's not something you see personally until someone calls it out, if you will. So there's room for improvement, and if someone says they don't have room for improvement, they're lying to you, and I would suggest not following them. Everyone can improve. I don't care who you are. This is just a trade that works for me, and you can tell it's working so far. This may have been the high here, guys. Well, I'm letting it play out though, because like I said, I took profits twice already. I only got a quarter size position, which is really nothing. I mean, if I close that out right now, I would be at what, 3.8% more, which is good. Don't get me wrong, but it's a quarter size, so it's not anything crazy. I made my money. I'm happy. I want to see if this makes a big move now, and I'll close it. If you're looking to make sure you don't lose any more profits on this, and don't want to necessarily lock in right here, you can use this line, which is 2880, which is a previous high here, as like your stop loss, if you will. And the reason being, because this is technically a breakout here. When it got higher than that, that's a breakout. So when this hit this initially, that means there was resistance there. So resistance becomes support in a lot of cases. So you can use that 2880 number as kind of your stop loss to make sure you lock in profits from down here where we entered before the red green. W-Day is looking good again. It's kind of like a whirlwind today. I kind of figured it was going to be, and that's why I like this trade better than this one. And I said that at the beginning. W-Day was a good setup, don't get me wrong, but this was a great setup. NTNX, this one had it written all over it that was going to go red-green. Just the volume was speaking to me and the whole 9 yards. How do you handle letting winners run? I always tend to cut winners too early. There's no such thing. What do you mean you cut them too early? You won. I mean, yeah, I do it all the time. Don't get me wrong. That's why I'm saving this quarter position, is because it may run. But yeah, no, I do that all the time. So the way I mentally have gotten over that and worrying about that, they call it FOMO, fear of missing out. To get through that, what you got to do is basically, well, yeah, you can take them off the screen. That does work. But what I like to do is, before I'm even in this trade, I said this to you guys at the beginning. This trade, I'm looking for 1 to 5% to make money. Okay, I sold at 3%. I sold at 4%. I made my goal. Okay, so if it goes higher, I'm in it still. Don't get me wrong, but I'm fine with that because I made my money on the day. I played the size I wanted. I am happy with my gains for the day. So there's nothing wrong with missing out on extra profits. It happens. Yes, it's hard to deal with sometimes if you cut winner short and it really runs. Like, you have those. The ones that really hurt are the ones that go, okay, you sold it for 4 or 5%, you made the money, and now it's up 20%. Those hurt. Don't get me wrong, but you made your money. So as long as you're making money, you can't really, worry about. You're never going to hit the top. You're never going to hit the bottom. You will, don't get me wrong, but it's just, don't stress over that. You take your money where you want and be happy with it. Move on. I mean, that's the best way I can put it. All right, so even with me taking a loss on JMIA today from my swing trade, we had Kirk, which did well for us. Yeah, I'm up decent. I'm up enough not to have a job, put it that way, even though I do have a job. I would like to have made more. This W-Day may make it for us in the end. I'm going to wait for that one, but we are up 1.3% on W-Day. We are up 3% on our NTNX, which just sold off a little bit. So see this? Look, what that number I said, 2880. Look where it bounced, or is starting to bounce. There's a rhyme and reason to everything, guys, and once you're able to identify them, you're good to go. Now, like I said, this could break 2880, and I have no doubt about it, but you saw where it stopped. If it breaks 2880, yeah, you could get out. I'm going to let it ride. I would say my mental stop loss 2830 down here somewhere where it hit. That's a big stop loss. I mean, that's a 50-cent move in theory. But you do what you want. It's your trade, your money. I'm just trying to help you out, show you some support levels. Hopefully we locked in some money on these trades, and go from there. Adobe's still selling off here. Rad broke above that. No, it didn't actually. 1325, I said. Yeah, 1321. Yeah, it's still not. This could be considered a lower high right here. Yeah, I mean, I'm tempted. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm tempted on this trade. I might go a half position on red. Yeah, NTNX just broke down a little bit. So if you want to sell out of that, that's going to be, in my opinion, that's going to probably be the high of the day. Like I said, I'm going to wait. I'm going to see if it goes higher. In my experience, that's going to be the high. But I've been wrong, and I'm not perfect. I haven't gone long rad yet, but I'm contemplating it. Yeah, rad is trying to get its life straight. I like it though for a bounce, and I just need to see it close at 1350 or higher today to be sold that it's going to bounce. If I can get in lower, that's good. If I were to buy some rad right here, actually, I'm going to tee up a position, but I'm not going to actually execute it yet. Because I don't know. Alright, so there's two ways to play this. Wait for the 1325 break and maybe go long. You'll probably miss an entry right there. But you could get probably 1330. And then it goes up and then fades. And then you basically are even on the day. Or you could play rad here, 1314, 1315. Go long, use a stop loss of the low of the day, which is real tight right now, 1308. I would use $13 personally. And you're risking 14 cents a share, which is kind of nothing when in the scheme of things. For a possible bounce of $3 a share. It's good risk reward. But you got to keep that tight stop and realize that you're more likely to hit the stop than you are for it to reverse right here until it proves itself. Looks like the market's pulling a little bit or something because everything's kind of down right now. I'm looking at on my screen, everything's kind of fading. Oh. So this sell-off here might be because of this tweet, guys. So Stewie's been following this trade, apparently. This is around the spot where product caving can begin. So this is where he's saying to says buy, it says sell, 29.24. 29.24, and look, it started selling off. So that was caused by Stewie. I hate to admit that, but that was caused by Stewie. So, I I let that swing go because there'll be a bounce. This red candle or these red candles are because of that. Radish, do you trade these morning bull flags or pennant breakouts like in Tesla this morning? I haven't looked at Tesla this morning. I do own Tesla very long term, 1 share, which is now 5 shares, and I'm up 1,000% on that, or I was. I don't even. Oh, it doesn't calculate. So when the split happens, it doesn't calculate for me on my screen until the next day. So, which is kind of stupid, but I hate that, but it happens. But let's take Calyx off and look at Tesla real quick. You're talking about. All right, let me pull it up on. Are you talking about? Let's see here. Are you talking about this flag right here? That yeah, you could constitute that a flag, I guess. No, I don't trade that. To answer your question, I don't. And it does work. It's hard to identify those though. I mean, it's very hard to identify that that's a flag. It is a flag. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, Tesla is a good trader. I mean, if you're looking for a range on a trade, Tesla is the trade you want to do. If you buy dips and sell spikes, you are making money right now with Tesla because that's all it does. Think about this move for a second, though, real quick. You went from 440, just about, to you're now at 470. That's $30 a share, which doesn't seem like much. But $30 a share times 5, right? Because it just did 5-1? Yeah, 5-1. Is a $150 swing on that stock, on a $2,000 stock, which is, a 5% move already. And it's just only 9:30, or it's 10:30 market time, 9:30 my time. VRM getting tight on the daily. Let's take a look. VRM. Yeah, that's interesting. What was that gap there? Let's look at it on here so we can see that news if there is any. What day was that on? August 8th. Oh, right here. August 13th, sorry. Huh. So him just talking about it made it drop 18%? What the frig? Weaker than expected guidance for second quarter. Oh, okay. That's what it did. Alright, did it release second quarter already? It had to have, right? What was the earnings date? The 12th. Oh, that was earnings. Okay. Alright. So yeah, it sold off on earnings and then now it's back up. That's kind of bullish. I don't like this chart. It's just not enough there for me. I would have liked to see more history. It's just kind of weird. I wouldn't trade this one personally. But then again, like I said, there could be a setup here someone else sees or knows about that I don't see right now, but that's not a trade for me. All right, let's take a look. No more comments. All right, I'm gonna kind of catch up here, guys, real quick on Twitter. If you need anything, just message. I will get to it in a second. Oh, so I don't know if you guys saw this, but is United up today? What's their ticker? I forget. Oh, Chewy, man. That stock kills me. Hold on, I'll check Chewy out in a second. I want to check something with United. Oh. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. UAL. Yeah, so I like this chart a lot. And they just came out with news of dropping the $200 ticket change, which is going to drive sales decently on this one. You could long this one long term, $50 target from 36.50. I think you'll be good. I think you'll hit that in less than a month if you wanted to go long this long term. I like this one a lot. Your stop loss is going to be probably 33 area, so you're risking 10%, 10% for possible 40 or 50% long term. You could go half here and then half when it breaks 40, something along those lines. I do like that chart a lot. Chewy, I have had a battle with Chewy. This stock has killed me. I've been long. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Hold on, let me look at my chart real quick. So I know every single stock and what I've made off that individual ticker. Chewy. Never mind. I'm good. I like Chewy. I forgot. I sold Chewy twice last week, I think, and made some money on it. But the bigger move was here and here. But I made money on like this move, and then I made money on this move. I feel like I like it. I like Chewy. Let's see what the long-term chart looks like real quick. Hold on. Yeah, it's broken out. I mean, that's a clear breakout. You can see this line here, which is kind of off if you ask me. It should be higher. It's probably more like where the 65 is coming down. That's probably where you're going to want to take profits if you ask me. 65, I would definitely take profits on this if it gets that high. Or start to, just as a FYI. Off the stream, have board meeting this up. Shh, don't tell people I canceled my meeting. What is gauging relative volume on these early? Oh, okay. So how did I gauge the relative volume? So if you take a look at NTNX. Hold on a second. Just want to make sure it has. If you take a look at NTNX, there's no volume that you can see on this. There's volume here, the green, which is good. And there's some volume in here, not much. So compared to this right here, that's a huge candle compared to what's going on here, right? So if we look at W day though, we have this volume that's this high, and that volume in theory is just like we had this big spike here. This is probably the last earnings, if I were to guess. 1, 2, 3 months, yeah. This is the last earnings. It had this spike. Well, this is about the same, right? But it's actually a little bit more. So, okay, I'll give you that. But it had a run up too. See the 2 volume days before? Almost like it was expected. Kinda odd if you ask me. So that throws a red flag for me. From NTNX perspective, there was no run up really. I mean, there's a small run up maybe here, but there's a red candle in there too. So this is well, that's not last earnings. Last earnings were here, which are red. Okay, look at the volume on that compared to this. That's why I liked NTNX so much. Is the volume, previous volume, is just the volume yesterday was stupid, and I suspect that we're only at here at volume. This volume, if this keeps going up, breaks 30, we're going to be somewhere up here, and this thing's going to get back to that 33 level, 3250 that I was suspecting. This volume's decent so far. It's starting to fade off, but we need more like this. And I think if it breaks 30, you'll get that. Hopefully that answers that question. Pull that over. What are we at for time here? How long have I been live? I know it said it somewhere. Oh no, an hour and 30. I'm definitely over what I was planning on doing, but it's okay. I kind of like this. This is kind of fun. All right. I see you, Max. If that's okay, if I call you Max. Give me 1 second, bud. All right, let's take a look. You are saying LABU. Is strong. Daily looks good. Huh. That one looks decent. Let me look at it on here real quick. LABU. All right, let's take a look. A little sell-off happened there. So we got this downtrend. We got multiple bounces off this 200 MA. Ideally, you catch that a little late on it, but I would say let's pull up stock charts and LABU and change this because I'm so used to this color now. All right. If we take a look at this, you could draw a line from the top here down and see that this really hasn't broken out yet. And you'd probably be somewhere in there. Using that MA basically is what we're doing here. You can see it actually hasn't really broken out. I would say that 55 area, without knowing the exact number, if you get above that, then the next day, look for the red-green open. So I would say look for a red-green open on this if it doesn't go too crazy today. It may go crazy. I don't know. But if it kind of settles out here, look for the red-green open. You can see the volumes kind of coming in a little bit. Good chart. I like it. Got it. We'll call you Max then. All right, and the other one was XBI. You're saying it's a similar chart. I'm just going to pull it up on here because it's easier. And I'll look at the intraday after. Yeah. Not similar though. That's not bouncing off the MAs. So yes, it's similar in the fact that the actual candlesticks are similar. It's not similar in the fact that you have a nice MA sitting on here. So this one's way better than the other one, in my opinion. I didn't realize this was a biotech 3 times chart. To be honest, I would not trade that. I don't like biotechs. Just personal. Wait, you need a login to talk on... Do you need a login to just to view the stream? I thought you only needed it if you wanted to talk. All right, let's see. Okay, you don't. That's what I thought, guys. I was trying to find the best platform to go live on, and I was trying to do one on Twitter, and I had to do it through like Periscope or something, and it just wasn't worth it. I thought this was easier and just link the link. So that's what I'll probably plan to do. I do have a video on here, a previous video of kind of the same setup and how I traded it. So if you guys want to watch that afterwards, it's good for historical needs to see that this does actually work. And I have done it on a previous date, and I'll continue to trade these. And hopefully we get I don't really want to lose money, but hopefully we get a failed one so you guys can see, it doesn't always work, but when it fails. Sorry, I'm looking at these charts. It's kind of crazy, like Stewie said, 128. To see these trading at that. All right. Let's take a look. So as long as this 2870 number holds, this could just go sideways the rest of the day. You take that back. We're good. W day. I mean, I can't complain with it. We're up still. Oh, look at this Adobe. This is interesting. So it's holding. This 510 is holding, it looks like. Or 509, somewhere in there. It's holding right now. I wouldn't go long this yet. I want to see it actually make a move. I do like the chart, though. To get back to 530-ish area. I'll wait for the move, though. Rad still fading, you can tell. See? So, like I said, you could have gone long there. It did hold 13 so far. Actually, it hasn't even tested 13, but I have a feeling we're going to get a 13 shakeout on this one, and that's what I'll look for going long. Just a quick downward shakeout of 13 maybe gets to, let's look, 1230, 1250 maybe. Maybe I would consider putting an order in at 1250 if we get a shakeout, but we'll see what happens. AMD's going nuts, guys. I don't know if you're watching that. I love it. Check this out. Boom. Look at the volume coming in. Breakout. Yeah, just broke above here. That's a nice move. Oh, shoot. I didn't realize how much AMD I had. Okay, well, that's good. I think I might sell half of that. Hold on a sec, guys. Sorry. AMD. Oh, wait. That's NT. That's my NT NX trade. Oh, well. It's gone. AMD. Sell. How much do I want to sell? I want to sell like. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna sell. I'm gonna let that one go. I feel like that's a $90 magnet all day on that AMD. We'll get there today, I think. No, I do not plan to quit my day job. There's a reason for that. I'm probably not going to go into that on stream, just so you know. Don't take that personally. I have maybe someday, don't get me wrong, but not in the next 5 years at minimum. Crap. Hold on a second. Guys, I gotta mute the stream for 1 second. I gotta talk on the phone. So, give me like, a couple of minutes here. I gotta make a phone call for work, so I apologize. I will be right back though. Probably not even 2 minutes. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hopefully you're still there. Just double check that you guys can hear me. Alright, we're talking about AMRC. Let's take a look. AMRC. AMD going nuts. Love it. NTNX almost broke down here. That was interesting. Alright, so I lied and I am taking some AMD off here. I can't. No, I don't want to. I know it's got... I hate this AMD trade. Because I've been screwed on AMD and not taking profits on it multiple times. So I'm just going to take a little bit off just to be happy with myself. Preview, sell. Alright, I'm happy. I took a quarter of my position off. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm good. Alright. I took it for like 5%. That's what I took it for. How about? Right? Yeah. 5%. Not bad. I'll take it. Alright. Sorry, back to the charts. Charts. I'm letting 3/4 of it go. Don't worry. I'm actually... my swing trades is what I consider a swing trade position size. That particular AMD one, I was double. So that's why I took some off. I was very bullish on that AMD move. So that really was like a day trade that I let go type of deal. Because that's usually how I do day trades. Is I will buy a big enough... So my swing trade position is half my day trade size, basically, to an extent. And the reason for that is so that I can take off half my day trade and let half of it run into a swing trade. That's just the way I like to do it. I don't always follow that to a T, but that's my general guidance. So my AMD position, I had a day trade size position in it for multiple days, swinging it. So that's why I just took some off. Reduce my risk, and take 5%. So there's nothing wrong with that. I'm happy with the gains, and yeah, I think it's going to keep going. So AMRC, it's a decent move on it. What's the reasoning? Looks like it had a good move here too on volume. One sec, guys. So CWH, I am long that position, right? And it's selling off hard right now. So I'm only long a half position, so I'm adding to it right now. Real quick. What am I in on that one? Let's market, preview, place. Alright, so I bought CWH. You guys can't see the chart, sorry. Alright, added to CWH. I'll pull it over here. So you can see it just sold off kind of big. And it held that 29.50, which is a previous spot. That's why I wanted to get in on it. Actually, 29 is, but this is one bounces a lot, so that's why I did that. Anyways, AMRC. Let me take a look at that on the on here. AMRC. Yeah, I don't know what's causing that, but it's moving. That was a big fade, hammer candle reversal. Yeah, that could go higher. I can see that going higher. Not a trade for me, personally. Just because I have other better setups going on. Looks like we're getting a sell-off on a couple things here. Den selling off, DKNG selling off, Pen selling off. Snap's just fading. 2250. That was, I think, the number I said earlier. If it bounces off of that, that'd be nice. Look at Tesla 473. Is that all-time highs? Yep, that's all-time highs right there, guys. Crazy. Tesla going nuts. And I can't even see my percentage I'm up. I'll bet you I'm up stupid amount. Like percentage-wise. I only had one share. But, so like a 6% swing here on the stock, for me, is more like 60% from where I entered. So that's why it's such a big swing. Yeah, I know. Tesla's been nuts. I own Tesla, or I did own Tesla at 198 pre-split. So that thing's going nuts. Apple too. Apple I own pre-split. Oh, that's not Apple. I own pre-split as well. Is this is at all-time highs too. I'm trying to remember what I owned Apple at. Let's see if I can see it. I can't. I'd have to go to a different area to see what I own Apple at, but I think it's like 100 and I don't know, 110 maybe, somewhere around there. I'm not seeing much for day trades anymore. This CWH still selling off, which is fine. And I'm just kind of long it for a decent amount. If I'm in full position now, so I'll just let it sit, but I suspect it will bounce back up to 31, 32 area soon. It's good for swing trades. I would like to see this actually do something. This NTNX now. It's kind of gone sideways a little bit. If it breaks above 29 here, we could see it try to retest this 29.20 area. Once it breaks that, we'll get new highs, but until then, it's just kind of going to go sideways, I think, which is fine. We're still up 3.5%, give or take, on that one. W-Day, we're up 1.25%. That's kind of just sitting here. It looks like there's a wall here at 245, 246. It looks like there's a little bit of a wall. So if it breaks through that, we'll be good. It might just range for a bit here, which isn't the end of the world. WKHS finally selling off from its highs. Yeah, I mean, I think you guys saw what I was getting at with the move here. I'll probably end this stream shortly. I can see like the viewers are tailing off a bit. I would love to stream all day for you guys, but I can't. Like I said, I got a full-time job I gotta take care of. So if you have any last questions, shoot them out at me. You can always DM me on Twitter. You can let's see. Not sure if you covered at the start, but if you could you cover how do you create your watch list for the second day? I didn't cover that. So here you can do it at any time of day. So you use FinViz. And what you do is you go to their screener feature here. And then you come in here and you can, where's the button I'm looking for? So you can do it through here, but I like to go to all so I can see all the things I can look at. But what we're looking for is I tend to do average volume over 300,000 as one of my filters. Then you go through and you look for, where is it? Where's the earnings date? What the heck? Why can't I find it? I feel dumb right now. Where the heck is... Oh, here it is. Earnings date. So what you want to look at here. So for today, for tomorrow, what you're going to look at is you want to look at today before the market opened and after the market closed. But obviously after is not going to show anything right now. You want to look at before. So if we look at before, so three stocks reported. And then you can just basically go down the list and hover over and see what you see. So right here, this one's down on the day. That's irrelevant. Can is up. We'll take a look at that one real quick. But then this CTLT is up also. Volume is, I like to look at that. We're midday, so this is okay. This will hit 1 million. This will be plenty high. So if we take a look at Can, I just don't like that chart. I wouldn't trade this one. This hasn't really created a peg yet. And this one is trying to create a peg, but it's not looking good. So there's no real pegs here. It's got a gap up pretty bit. If this had opened at 80 something and went up, then that would be one thing. But let's look at like yesterday. Yesterday before market open. No, that's not going to work because it's the weekend. Previous 5 days. So if we take a look at like the previous 5 days, you can see. Let's look, see if we can find a peg. You can identify a peg pretty quickly on these charts. So just by hovering like this, Dell, that's a peg. That's close. I wouldn't call that a peg, but there you go. That's the gap up you're looking for right here. Ideally for a peg, it's got to close at its highs, so you wouldn't have this tail or this long. But you'd have more like a candle like that day. But that's basically how you find them. You got to look every day. And see what's there. You can see what's reporting today after the close if you wanted to. All average volume is over 300 and earnings date is today. So ZM reports this afternoon. This RXT must have reported this morning because it's spiked pretty good. Meg reports. So like this ZM, I'm gonna guess this is gonna peg. The ZM's it's breaking out on highs. It's probably gonna peg. You don't want to play the earnings, but you can. The platform is Active Trader Pro through Fidelity. But yeah, this will probably peg if I were to guess. We'll see. All right, guys. Any other questions? No problem. And you want to know what? Honestly, look at Twitter. Watch for pegs on Twitter. Like you can follow people and yep, exactly that. Active Trader Pro. You can follow that. You can on Twitter. There's plenty of free resources to get out there and see. What earnings have kind of gone big and so on, such like that. So I find a lot of my trades through other people commenting and just like you guys giving me charts today. Like I saw, like I wouldn't have probably picked up Rad. I did see Rad previously, but I wouldn't have thought of it during the stream unless someone mentioned it. So that is on my watch list now. I'm looking for it to create a hammer candle. I'll be continuing watching that today. And hopefully we get a nice little hammer candle out of it back up to that MA. That would be ideal. If it stays down, it's not a trade. But anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We're just at the 2-hour mark just about, so that's a pretty decent stream. A little longer than I wanted to, but needed it to kind of show off these trades. I'm going to let WDay go. I got my stop in on it, but hopefully it just keeps going. No stop on NTNX. Mental stop at this 2870. Hopefully we see it higher. You guys have any information, just shoot me a DM on Twitter or whatever or make a comment on here. I appreciate it, guys. We'll talk to you soon.